Let's go back to that news about the confirmation that the 2023 Eurovision Song Contest will be hosted in the United Kingdom on behalf of Ukraine. We're joined now in the studio by David Silito, our media and arts correspondent and expert on all things Eurovision. What can you tell us, David?
Well, it was a few weeks ago that the Eurovision Committee said they didn't think it was going to be feasible to hold next year's Eurovision Song Contest in Ukraine on safety and security grounds, and that they were in discussions with the United Kingdom because we, of course, came second last year, and it is traditional always that the winner then hosts the Eurovision Song Contest the next year. There were concerns within Ukraine that this was a bit premature. Many believed that, yes, they would be able to do something. And they said, could discussions go on for a bit longer to see if we could possibly host it in Ukraine?
Well, because they wanted to.
They wanted to. They very much wanted to. And now the official statement saying, no, it's not feasible. It's going to be definitely taking place in the UK next year. A statement from the head of the Ukraine public broadcaster said this will sadly not be in Ukraine but in support of Ukraine. We're grateful to our BBC partners for showing solidarity with us. I'm confident that together we'll be able to add a Ukrainian spirit to this event. And there were actual discussions between Volodymyr Zelensky and Boris Johnson last week about this, and there was a statement saying wherever it was held there needs to be a strong Ukrainian spirit. Of course, the next question is, where?
Yes, I was going to say, let me ask it. Where is it likely to be then?
Let me just go through the list of cities that have already expressed an interest. We've got Belfast, Birmingham, Brighton, Bristol, Cardiff, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Manchester, Leeds, Liverpool, London, Newcastle, Nottingham, Sheffield, Swindon and Wolverhampton. There is a cacophony of choice out there of people who would like to host this. It is an amazing event for anyone who's ever been to a Eurovision Song Contest. It's like a World Cup final of very, very jolly people. However, there are limitations. First of all, you need to have a venue that can seat probably about 10,000 people, and then all the extras. I mean, you look even at the press room, there's probably a couple of thousand people in there anyway. You need to have hotel accommodation for all of those people, so it's got to be a big place with lots of spare hotel accommodation in May, and also probably has to be very close to an airport. These have been previous criteria. So there is now, the BBC say they're going to be taking bids from cities, and there will be a long list published only in a few weeks' time, so they better get their skates on. But it's probably going to be one of the bigger cities rather than one of the smaller ones, if you look at those sort of criteria. Not many 10,000-seat stadiums sitting around doing nothing.
OK. Clearly a lot of enthusiasm and excitement then. Do we have any more sense of how this process of which city, I can see the criteria, but how they will make the decision?
It will essentially be a bidding process from the cities to the BBC, because essentially this is a BBC production. It's always the member of the European Broadcasting Union that is the host broadcaster that has the joyous duty of organising all of this. It is a mammoth production, this. And so it will be a matter of probably over the next 2 weeks coming up with a bid, and then there'll be a long list, and then it will be whittled down even further. But they've got to do it pretty quickly because, you know, it takes a lot of organising to make it all come together.
But to be clear, it will be the BBC and the EBU who will make the final decision.
Entirely,
it's not going
yes.
to be left to members of the public to vote.
No,
They get to vote later on.
It is a bidding process, and for the people who then have the headache of actually making it actually work. But we will probably have a clue where we're going in the next 3 or 4 weeks, I would guess. Sometime, they said, in the summer, and then probably quite soon after that, because whatever city has to do it, there's a lot of organising.
Absolutely. David, really good to talk to you. David Silito there. Many thanks. Now, the first head-to-head debate between the two remaining